Well, the world has still gone nutty, buddy, even downright cruddy, buddy. Wish I missed the past, buddy, but there's still Buddycast. No, don't be naughty, go meet a buddy here on Buddycast.
It's another episode of Buddyaid. We're here with all of our buddies tonight, but I'm here with my new co-host, Mr. Trent Rentsch. How you doing tonight, bud?
I'm doing great, Nick. How are you doing tonight?
Doing fantastic. You know, it is Friday the 13th. It's an unlucky day because, especially since it's 2020. You know.
Well, that's true. But
yeah.
maybe things turn around. Just everything has turned around this year, right?
Yes.
So maybe Friday the 13th is actually lucky this year.
I think it's going to be lucky for a certain someone. I think it's going to be lucky for our buddy here. He's in the studio. We have him in the studio. Do you think we should bring him on, or should we save him? Let's
bring him on a second. Yeah, why not? He's the reason we're here.
Yes. Tommy, how you doing?
Tommy Bernett, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing much better. Thank you.
Glad to hear. Everybody, Tommy Bernett. He is a fantastic mentalist. He's been on Buddycast and Buddyaid, and it was actually you, Trent, who told me about what happened. I remember I was working on my new house, and you sent me you sent everyone the text message, and I almost dropped my phone. I'm like, the minute I saw it, I'm like, okay, new plan. This is where Buddyaid is going. So,
well, I actually saw Tommy's post on Facebook.
Yeah,
and I did the same thing. I mean, my jaw dropped to the floor, and my first thought was, we got to help our buddy.
Exactly, because that's what buddies do. That's what buddies do. You know, buddies are there when you need them. Buddies are there whenever something happens. You know. They're the first ones. They're the first ones to call to action. They're the ones that when you say, if you need something, let me know. You don't just say it. You do it. You follow it up with action. You know, it's not just one of those things. Well, I could use this. Oh, do it. Serious about this. They are the ones that are actually like, hey, you need something. You come to me. You let me know.
Absolutely.
So,
that's why we're here tonight.
Yes.
Is we are raising some money for our friend Tommy. Who I don't even know that we actually said what happened, Tommy. You were involved in an accident. You were actually walking your dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
am I right?
Yeah, I was walking my dog, and a car came out of nowhere and knocked me across the street, knocked me out actually, and I woke up in the ER. Luckily, they brought my dog with me. And I got out of the hospital on Friday, and so I'm doing better. I still have probably a couple weeks more of healing to do, but I'm up and about and healing day by day. So I'm very grateful to you guys.
Yes.
Well, like I said, your well-being was number one, and then number two was, how can we help Tommy through this?
Yeah.
And you know, Buddyaid's a great way to do it. So we're very excited.
Like I tell you all the time, Tommy, this is what buddies are for. This is every time you hear me on the show all the time, asking to people, what charity would you like us to donate to? If you could pick one charity of your choice, because that's what buddies do. Buddies are charitable, but especially when someone is involved with something like this. I'm more excited to do this than I was last time because it's more personal. It's more innocent. Last time we raised over $700. Imagine what we can do tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta just take it over the top tonight.
Yes.
So if you're watching right now, you see the crawl at the bottom of your screen. Go to the Buddycast Facebook page, and there's a link that you can click and donate every little, big or small. We just want to help out our buddy tonight.
It doesn't matter if it's $1, $2, $5, $10, $20, $1,000. By all means, give $1,000 and I don't know, Tommy. You got some thank you notes to write there.
Yeah,
But,
at that point, yeah.
But also tonight, I'm going to add an incentive. Tonight, one lucky fan is going to win an exclusive Buddycast Buddy wristband. Come on, Buddy, show them. If you're
there you go. Right there. Got it right there. Better believe it.
I got one too.
Yeah. They're going to win it.
Mine is all
What I'm going to ask you to do.
I'll put it on. Yeah.
Yes, at the end. Go down at the end and win the ride. How about that? Because at the end, we're going to ask you to come back on and say a few words if you don't mind.
Yeah. I will be on.
Yes.
Yeah.
For you to win a Buddycast wristband tonight, there are 2 rules. Number 1, you must donate. Doesn't matter how much you donate. You could donate $1, you could donate $5. You have to donate tonight. And number 2, in the comments, you have to put donated. You have to put the word donated. Again, don't just do it for a wristband, though. Don't just do it because, hey, I want a wristband, so I'm just going to give $1 and hopefully I'm going to get. Do it for the love of it.
That's
do it
right.
It is your passion. This is what you do for a friend in need. So, but again, it's just an added incentive. If you donate and say you donated, you can have a chance to win a wristband. It's got our logo on it, and it's got my favorite saying on it. Trent, what's my favorite saying?
Your favorite saying is, go be someone's buddy.
Go be someone's buddy. And tonight, we are your buddy, Tommy. So, hey, speaking of buddy, here's my favorite buddy.
Hi, Jessica. How you doing tonight?
Yes, my favorite buddy. He's all in.
Nick, speaking of our buddies,
Yes.
we have a great lineup of buddies of
we
Tommy's
do.
tonight who are donating their time and their talents to put on a little show for the evening. And it looks like my webcam just went down, didn't it?
Yep. We can still hear you, though. Don't worry.
All right. So at any rate, we have a great cast all set to perform for you tonight.
Yes.
And again, as you're enjoying the show, click that link, man. Donate some money. We want to help out our buddy.
Yes. Actually, Trent, if you don't mind, while you're working on your technical difficulties there,
yes.
I'm gonna Tommy, we're gonna have to come back in later, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm gonna pull up, a lot of these shows, Trent. I have you co-hosting tonight, but tonight, a good buddy of mine who always does these shows with me couldn't make it, unfortunately. He had a prior commitment, but I think I'm gonna bring him on if you don't mind.
Of course.
Yeah. Give me a minute. Let me share my screen here. Let me share this. You can see this, right?
Not just yet.
Give me 1 second. Share this. Here we go. You can see that, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Alrighty. Can you see this? You see a video?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Whoops, that didn't work. Give me 1 second. Chris Herron. Hey. That was my good buddy Chris Herron. He's usually my co-host tonight, but hey, you know, he couldn't be here tonight, but he sends his condolences. He sends you that video, Tommy, and he sends you his love and prayers. So, you know what, Trent? I think it's time. Is our first guest ready? Jonas, give me a thumbs up if you're ready, buddy. Alrighty, Trent. I'm going to introduce our first guest while you still work on your technical difficulties here. So, our first guest is Mr. Hashtag Positivity himself. I had him on Buddycast this past week, and I was inspired. He doesn't know this yet, but he actually inspired me to reach out to a good coworker who was struggling, that I knew was struggling. And I told him a phrase that he told me, that someone had said to him. Remember that story you told me about the lady at the line at the bank? And it worked. It worked. He said he was having a terrible day. I sent him that message, and he said, that just made my day incredibly. Thank you so very much. So on that note, I'm going to take that up, and I'm going to add Mr. Jonas Cain. How you doing today, buddy?
I am doing wonderful. So good, Nick. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy that you're here.
Yes, 100%. Thank you so much for joining us. You are now, like Tommy and everyone else on the show. Not only have you been here for Buddycast, you are now a member of Buddyaid.
I watched last month's show, and I was thrilled to have been asked to be a part of this one to help out Tommy. It is such a joy to be here to help out a great cause, to help a buddy in need.
Yes, most definitely. So what have you got for us today, buddy?
Well, I have something very special because these are some dicey times. So it's really nice to be able to come together as a community and truly connect with others for a good cause. And since these are such dicey times, I thought if we can't beat them, join them. And the secret is to use trick dice. Here's how it works. You roll the dice in the left hand, and you always roll a 6 and a 4. That's just how the dice work. You roll the dice in the right hand, you always roll a 1 and a 3. That's just how the dice work. But this is the fascinating part. You put one die away, and you roll just 1, and watch what happens. You always roll 2 dice. Now, I know what you might be saying to yourself, Nick. You might be saying Jonas, because that's my name. You might be saying, Jonas, are you doing something sneaky? And yes, I am doing something sneaky. Not only do I have trick dice, but I also have a sneaky die right here in my pocket. Everyone go, ooh.
Ooh.
That was right on cue. And this sneaky die allows us to roll not 1, not 2, but 3 dice. Now, but here's the thing. There is a classic rule in magic. You never do the same trick twice. And you know why that is, right, Nick? The reason is, if you know what's going to happen, it ruins the surprise. If it ruins the surprise, it's not going to be fun anymore. So if I'm going to do this again, not only do I have to be tricky and sneaky, well, I also have to be fair. How many dice do I have, Nick? It's not a trick question. How many dice do I have here?
You have 3, correct?
That is correct. If I take 1 away, how many does that leave us?
2.
2. But remember, not only am I being fair and tricky, we can always sneak up with that 3rd die. This time, it's a little tiny baby die.
Aww.
Isn't that adorable?
Yes.
It's so cute. It's almost as if they had a kid. But this is the really encouraging part, Nick, because now we know why this works. We have a tricky die. And we have a second tricky die, and we have a sneaky die. When we combine all of these elements together, we give them a little shake. And with all of these elements of the sneaky die and the tricky die, that's when we're able to make a big impact.
Say what?
What? And isn't this fun?
Yes.
Now, remember, folks, if you see something that you like in this show, whether from me or any of the other performers, please leave an applause emoji or maybe a heart, or perhaps leave a comment. just to let the performers know that you appreciate what they're doing to help out a buddy in need, our good friend Tommy. For now, the important thing to remember is that things are not always as they appear. In the case of the dice, I suppose, when we're using trick dice and sneaky dice, of course things aren't always as they appear. But there's a classic in Magic that really illustrates this point. And you may have seen this before. You might even know how it's done. It uses a card with 1 spot, 4 spots, 3 spots, and 6 spots. And for those of you at home, this would be an incredible trick if you didn't already know how it's done. And it doesn't help that I already told you, things are not always as they appear. Because I can show you one, or I can lead you to believe that there are 3, depending on our perspective. The other side works the same way. I show you that there's 4, or I can show you 6, depending on our perspective. This is such a valuable thing to remember, that our experience is shaped by our frame of perspective and our assumptions about these perspectives. Because when we do forget this, things can get really frustrating when life catches us off guard. Kind of like when all the spots disappear and reappear over here. Because things are not always as they appear. And perhaps the most important thing that we can remember about this is that despite the circumstances that we find ourselves in, no matter the challenges, no matter how dicey things get, in other words, regardless of the lemons that life throws our way, we have a choice. We are empowered with a choice. We can choose to be frustrated and wish for a brighter future, but then not do anything about it and just complain about it and just wallow in these woes. And really, there's a time and there's a place for frustration. There's a time for anger and grief and sadness. There's space for that. However, if you've been experiencing this for too long and you're ready to experience something else, then I have some good news. There is another choice. We can choose to be fascinated. And instead of being frustrated and hoping for a brighter future, we can instead take hopeful action to make that brighter option available to us. And Nick, this is where you come into play. I have something for you, and this is really for you, but also for all of our viewers at home. This is it's a card. Now you'll notice it's a giant size card because tonight is kind of a big deal. We're helping out a buddy in need who really needs our help. So we use a big card here. I won't show you what's on it just yet. We'll find out in just a moment. But Nick, you're going to help us out. Are you excited?
Yes, I am.
It's my favorite answer. You're going to choose a card at random. And whatever card you stop me at, that's the one that you're going to use. However, it will be a random choice. So I'm going to keep the backs away from you. And wherever you say stop, that'll become your card. But to make this really fun, everyone at home, you get to play along as well. Nick is going to select a card at random, but all of you at home are going to think of a card at random. So think of your card now while Nick selects a card. So as I go through, whenever you'd like, just say stop.
Stop.
Right here. Was that on this card or one after it?
Let's go with the one in your hand.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, you know what I like about you? You're a man who knows what he wants. That's what I like about you, Nick. That and everything else. You'll notice, what card did you pick?
The 2 of Hearts.
The 2 of Hearts. And notice, you could have stopped me anywhere and you would have found a completely different card. So this is your card. Remember this. In fact, put it in the chat box so we can remember it later as well. This is Nick's card. The rest of you at home, you're also thinking of a card. Maybe you thought of the 2 of Hearts as well, or maybe you're thinking of a completely different card. Would you be amazed? Would you be astounded, or perhaps even slightly amused if your card, Nick, was on this card?
I would.
I can tell by your face and your eyebrows. You would be very amused. And how about everyone at home? Put in the chat box. Would you be amazed, astounded, or slightly amused if your card was on this card? Let's see those responses. Now, if you could remind me, Nick, what card are you thinking of?
I picked the Two of Hearts.
Oh, and I see that Matthew Scavera just said that he also picked the Two of Hearts. Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Look at it. There's this connection. Talk about coming together and connecting as a community. I just got truth bumps. I call them truth bumps. Oh my goodness. Take a look on this card. Wham, bam, the Two of Hearts.
Ah,
Where is it? It's over here. There it is. There it is. The two.
yes, sir.
Everyone go, yay!
Yay!
Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. You might be saying to yourself, Jonas, because that's my name. You're saying, Jonas, you cheated. But I would suggest that when things get dicey, when we're faced with challenges, when those lemons come into our life, and they come between our happiness and our well-being and our safety, to just stick to that one outcome so that we're not going to be safe, we're not going to be well, we're not going to be happy, or we're going to be open to more opportunities so that regardless of what happens in our life, you're okay. You're okay.
I loved that message. Thank you so much. Let's bring Trent back here now.
Trent's back.
Terrific job, Jonas. Wonderful work.
Thank you very much. And you know what? I'd like to leave you with one parting thought, if I may. Since you are back, Trent, I'm very happy to see you, because this is the second time you and I are doing a show together.
That's true. That's true. We did another for another buddy. A couple of it was around this time last year.
A year ago, last year. And that's what I love about what we're doing tonight, is that we're not just out here sharing joy with others, but we're also helping others in need. And that is the real secret. We're thinking about being able to find happiness regardless of the circumstances that we find ourselves in. The question becomes, well, how do we do that? Well, really, it's not as far off as we may think. In fact, it might be so close to us that we're trying to hide from it. Or perhaps run away from it because it's scary, because it hurts, because it's uncomfortable. And yet, when we choose not to run away from these things, and instead choose to face them head on and cut to the very core, we're going to find there something waiting for us, something that we've been looking for this entire time. In this case, it happens to be a playing card.
If this is my card, I am jumping from my recliner.
Get ready to jump.
You and Matthew both thought of a card at random. This is a very slimy card because it's literally and it smells really good. It's in the chat box. What was your card that you're thinking of? There it is, the Two of Hearts.
Two of Hearts. You are a master, my friend.
That was awesome. That was wow. Talk about when life gives you lemons, Trent. I make lemonade.
Absolutely.
Out of blink.
Jonas, you knocked me out with that one. And you know, talking about us being together last year, he did this in front of a crowd of a live audience, and it just knocks everybody's socks off. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He is a real wizard. He truly is.
100%. He is now going to be a regular on Buddyaid. He's now a
regular. Absolutely.
I love that.
Jonas, I have two questions for you. Number one, what is your hashtag?
It's hashtag positivity.
Yes.
Hashtag positivity. Because
good.
We use hashtags to share information and share good ideas online. And positivity is something worth sharing.
Hashtag positivity. I love that. And finally, as my buddy always asks, where can we find you more? Like, where can people find out more about you?
#positivity.com. That's the word #positivity.com. You can check out what we're about, the positivity that we share through magic, through workshops, through storytelling, through connecting with other people. It's all about sharing good things with good people.
That was brilliant. Thank you so much for being here on Buddyaid today. Stick around because we got some surprises coming up for some people.
Yes.
So, yes, hashtag positivity. But thank you so much, Jonas. We'll catch you in a minute.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Be positive.
Peace.
All right.
He's a magician on so many levels. He truly
We're 1
is.
for 1 tonight, buddy. We're 1 for 1.
There you go. There you go.
You know, Trent, and Buddycast, I'm doing this whole program of Positivity November. Just a whole month of nothing but positive news, positive shows. You know, I always ask people, how can we spread more positivity to the show? And, you know, our next guest helped me kick off this campaign. He's one of the most positive guys I have met to this day. He's really a sincere-hearted guy. This is the type of guy that if you make upset, if you tick him off, then it's you who's done something wrong, not him, you know?
Yes, he's a wonderful, wonderful guy and another great magician.
Yes, and he has actually inspired me with his wardrobe. He's the man in the purple suit. I'm the man in the blue suit. So I'd like to thank him publicly for that. But now, I think it's time we bring out our next guest. If we would like to introduce this guy together.
Yes, the man in the purple suit.
Mr.
Our friend,
Jonathan.
direct from the Magic Castle.
Jonathan
Molo. How you doing?
Gentlemen, good. How are you?
Doing well.
I want you to watch.
Yes.
That's really tough to do. Nick!
I'm picking up cards for a week.
Nick, name a card!
Name
one.
King of Spades.
King. The ace
King
of spades.
King of spades.
Ace of spades.
Maybe 1 second.
King.
Okay, Nick, you don't know how this works. The ace of spades? No. Okay, king of spades. That's fine. We'll do it your way. Watch closely as the king of spades flies out of the deck and changes to the 9 of hearts. Amazing!
Oh, stunning. Stunning.
I'm not as good as Jonas. Jonas killed it, by the way.
yes, didn't he?
It's gonna be full of corniness. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's why we love you, man.
It doesn't get better, but
you can see a doctor about that, by the way, Jonathan.
What was that?
You can see a doctor about that mouth thing.
Yeah, the paper cuts really suck coming out. I don't know, but gentlemen, honored once again to share this virtual stage with all of you for our friend, our buddy, Tommy. Yes. You know, when I saw that post, like everybody else, my heart dropped, and just to see a friend be in that, in that situation, in that pain, it was just really tough for any of us to swallow. So I'm honored that you would all ask me to be a part of this. Please donate, even if it's $1, $2, $20. Please, this is the perfect time to help a buddy, even though you don't know this buddy. Just help people. People helping people. Absolutely. Nick, Trent, I haven't asked you how you were. I'm so sorry. How are you guys?
We are amazing. How are you doing?
Fantastic.
I'm good.
Fantastic.
I'm running on fumes, but we do this out of love. You only live once, people. So make the most of it. Well, gentlemen, I have something special to share with you.
Yes.
All right.
I was visiting my parents' house a couple of days ago, and I was actually going through some of my old things, and I found something very special. It was the very first magic trick that I performed for a live audience.
Ooh.
Yes.
Very cool.
Would you like to see it?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
please. Yes, please. Let me give you the stage, my friend.
Yes. I remember like it was yesterday. I was 10 years old. There was about 10 people sitting on my parents' couch. They were eating plates of Filipino food. Adobo and lumpia, chicken adobo. If you know what I'm talking about, let me hear you say, yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody tried Gentlemen, have you tried Filipino food yet?
I did.
I've got to come out there and you know the place I'm supposed to have it.
Yes, and yes, soon as possible. If you tried Filipino food, it's not very good for you, but it's good for your soul. Absolutely. So I showed the audience 5 playing cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards. I tossed one of the playing cards into the box, snapped my fingers, and magically I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards.
Ooh.
Everyone was so amazed, unlike the both of you. They all pumped their fist in the air and yelled out, "Jonathan Molo!"
Jonathan Molo!
That was okay. I didn't even hear you, Nick. This is not how I remembered it. Did you? You know what? Just to be fair, you didn't know what to expect. You didn't know what to expect. That's why we're going to do it again. Can we do this again, gentlemen?
Yes.
Let's do it again. I was 5 years old. I remember it like it was yesterday. There was about 20 people sitting on my parents' couch eating plates of Filipino food. Yes. Chicken adobo and lumpia. If you know what I'm talking about, go ahead and pump your fist. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. That was awesome. That was the first time I heard it. It's yeah.
Yes.
It's good enough. It's different, but we like different. So I presented to the audience 5 playing cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards. I tossed I actually tossed not only 1 playing card into the box, but 2. Snapped my fingers, and magically I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards. Everyone was so amazed. They all pumped their fist in the air and yelled out, "Jonathan Molo!"
Jonathan Molo!
A little bit better, but the timing was a little off. We're going to do this till you guys like it. Yeah, until we get it right, too. Can we try it one more time, gentlemen?
Yes, one more time.
One more time. Let's go. Whoa, we're about to have an accident. I was 2 years old. I remember it like it was yesterday. There was 500 people in my parents' living room. They were actually sitting on the Filipino food and eating the couches. Yes, it was crazy, insane, plastic-covered couches. If you know what I'm talking about, go ahead and pump your fist. Yes, Filipino households have them. Yes. I presented to the audience 5 playing cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards. I tossed not only 1 playing card into the box, but 2, 3, 4, 5. Not Chrono. 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. Snap my fingers, and magically I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. All the cards vanish, and everyone was so amazed. They yelled out, "Go, Tommy!"
Hey!
Yes. Gentlemen, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be a part of something so special. Please donate to our friend Tommy. The information is, where is it?
Right here, right.
It's coming. There we are.
Right there. Donate. I love you all. Hearts.
Yes.
Gentlemen,
Can we bring
keep up the
someone
good
on
work.
Can we bring on someone to say a few words? Hey, Tommy, you want to say a few words to your buddy here?
Yes, I would.
You know, I'll never,
Tommy!
Hey,
Brother,
Jonathan.
what's going on, man?
Thank you, my brother.
This dude
I will
right
never
here.
forget
This dude
Jonathan.
right here.
yes,
Yeah.
I will never forget when I had Tommy. When I had Tommy on Buddycast, he told me that he was so amazed by you. He was such your friend. Like he looked up to you. He wanted to perform with you. The minute I did that, I copied the link to the show. Say the next message and said, "Get your butt on the show right now. Someone wants to meet you."
I'm very thankful, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. All the gentlemen that are on this show right now, I don't think I would have met in these in a different circumstance. We might have, but with something so tough that's going on around the world right now, there is the silver lining. I'm friends with all of you guys, and we're buddies. Buddies, look at this, rocket! Yes, awesome. I gotta switch to decaf. I gotta go. Tommy, love you. Thank you, Nick, Trent, and I'm out.
You're the best, Jonathan.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Yes, we'll see you in a bit,
Sure.
Tommy. Oh, I love that shit. Like I said,
Jonathan is something else.
I'll never forget it, and I will never forget. Jonathan actually gave me a phone call afterwards and said, "Thank you so much. I never knew I had that much power on somebody. Like someone looked up and wanted to perform with me, so it touched him as much." So,
Oh, exactly. Yeah, and I was watching that day too. I remember that very well.
Yes, we got you on too.
Yeah, I came on too and said hi to Tommy that day too.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a great buddy cast. It really was.
Yeah. You know what? And speaking of celebrities, everyone has a different celebrity. This guy's actually been on quite a few things. I think you know him personally. I think it's time. We call him the Honest Huckster.
Yes.
And now I can see why he's called the Honest Huckster. So I think it's time we bring up our next buddy. You ready for this?
All set. Bring him in, Nick.
We have Mr. Will Roberts.
Oh my! Wait a second.
Hey, Will.
I'm gonna go. Hey, what's up, guys?
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing swell, and I'm watching you guys, and you're having way too much fun. And by the way, I want to thank you very much, Nick and Trent, for making me follow Jonathan, the Purple Sip.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, I gave you the option to go on second. You're like, nah, let's go third. So
Yeah, I didn't know I was gonna have to. They say don't follow dogs or kids or Jonathan Molo.
that's true. That's a very old saying. I think Barnum said it first.
PT said it. That is the truth. So first of all, it is an honor, like, of course, everybody has said, because Nick, you really, in particular, I have to tell you that you have a heart that is the size of, where do you live again? What state? PA?
yeah.
Yeah, you have to start the heart the size of Texas. It's that big. And I mean that sincerely, and that, there's a lot of things that you're on here constantly. And every time I see you talking about people being positive or going in the right direction or being loving and caring, you are spot on and truly come from the heart. I know you do a lot of this. I'm sure you're not, obviously, by doing this, filthy rich. You may be filthy, but you're not filthy rich. And so I just have to tell you that the reason why people like us, Trent and Jonathan, all the other guests come on all the time is because we like to follow people who are like-minded and like-hearted. Not lighthearted.
Exactly.
We're lighthearted too.
Yeah.
Or in my case, lightheaded, but we're not going to get into that.
Yes.
You beat me to that one. I hate it when people are funnier than me. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I'm speechless right now. I'm sorry, man. I need a
it's all
minute.
good. Well, you
Yeah.
should be. You should be speechless because we're tired of hearing you.
Yes. Aw. We have someone who donated. Hey, I think you know this person,
Hey,
Trent.
I know her.
Good.
Oh,
Lord,
met.
you're awesome. You're awesome.
yes,
Awesome.
of course. She's the first. Remember, folks, real quick, Will, I just want to throw out a quick promotion.
Yeah.
Remember, if you donate, you have a chance to win.
A brand new car. No.
I wish. We don't have that type of funding here on Buddycast, but you will win an exclusive Buddycast Buddy Band. So please, if you donate, please put it in the comments. I donated. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a major amount. It doesn't have to be like $500 or half your bank account. It could be a simple dollar.
Yeah.
Every little bit helps. That is one of my life sayings.
Yeah.
Every little bit helps. But you
And
know what?
Let's be clear that you're not going to be in a drawing for a boy band. It's for a buddy band. Yeah.
Yes. A Buddycast wristband. That's just my favorite saying, which is, Will, what does your wristband say? Do you have it on you?
Oh, I don't, because I knew that if I wore it, I would probably, people would think I'm pulling stuff out of it. But,
remember what it says on it?
You're putting me on the spot. I can barely remember my name. You're lucky that I remembered to be here on time.
Oh, how about go be someone's buddy today?
That's right.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going to give you the stage. And
wait, don't leave me. Don't leave me. So it looks like the running theme on the show today is what card you might select. So I want to ask you, because everybody else has, this is impromptu.
Yes.
I want you to do me a favor. Nick, is just do me a favor and just think of one card. Tell me what it is.
The 5 of diamonds.
Would you be amazed if I cut the cards and the 5 of diamonds was right there?
I would be.
So would I. But okay. Anyway, I tried. I just have to be like the rest of us. So Nick, don't leave me. Don't leave me. You're going to be part of my show. So
yes, 100%.
As a cowboy, because you saw me spinning my gun, and I have ropes, whips, and guns, and all kinds of stuff. But this is a bag I've had for 100 years at least, and it carries all of my ropes in it. And I have a bunch of them. I'd like to share some with you. Are you interested?
I am. But hey, does that rope do anything?
Wait. Let me, not yet, buddy. I haven't shown you anything yet. Here's one here. Let me pull this out. This is one of my favorites, just like this. There it is. It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. What does it do?
What's that?
What does it do?
You mean does it do anything?
Yeah.
Afraid not. All right. Moving on. Here's another one. You should all know this now. You have to guess this, okay? You have to guess the knot. Guess the knot I'm saying. And here we go. Put them together. I'm going to tie a knot just like this. And you have to watch this knot. If you're a scout, you might know what this is. Hang tight, everybody. I'll tie it. And they can guess on the thing as well, on chat. But there is the knot. Can anybody guess what that is?
I wasn't that big of a Boy Scout back then.
Does anybody guess?
No one seems to be knowing.
Okay, ready? It's a square knot. It's a square.
Wow.
It's a square. All right. Here's another one I like. This is one of my favorites. I call this the not funny. That's called the not funny.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not funny. Right. There goes the house. All right, wait. So now let's actually pull a real trick out. So this is like the end of the ropes. Get it? The end of the rope. Yeah. Anyway, so what we're going to do is pull out. I have 3 ropes. This is kind of my big finale of the ropes. It's my red, white, and blue trick. And it's like fireworks, but with ropes and magic and stuff like that. So I have 3 ropes. And so they're clearly defined as red, white, and blue. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take these ropes just like this. I'm going to tie together. Let's do actually, I can let them go to show you that we have the 3 ropes here and one like this. So we have 3 ropes. Let's bring them like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to tie together the blue and the red. I'm sorry, the blue and the white. Like that. So we have that tied together. And then we're going to take the red and the white and tie them together. Just like this. Here we go. Just like that. So technically we have these tied together. Now I'm going to magically make them all become one. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Try the veal. Wait a second. I sense that you are thinking to yourself, I thought I asked Will, a magician, to come on. So here's what we're going to do. Watch carefully, okay? We're going to take them and put them inside the hand just like this. Reach inside the back pocket, put some magic fairy dust just like this. Sprinkle it on the top just like that. And watch carefully. As we undo it, what happens is they all become one rope. We have a red, white, and blue rope. That's where the applause is thundering. Okay, we're not done yet. All right. So, Nick, I'm going to have you help me with this next one. It's a little bit more difficult. I have my magic bag here. I've had this for 100 years. I love this bag. It's worth quite a lot of money. Came from an old relative. I got a luggage tag on it to make sure I never lose it. I know where it goes. But, Nick, I'm going to have you have to have the audience help us with this. I have a pad of paper. I'd like you to do me a favor, and I'm going to ask a question or two. And I'd like you to do me a favor in the chat. Get people to do me a favor. Wait, I got to put glasses on. To ask them a question, and you take one person's answer. So here it is. I'm going to write down whatever you say. I need a name, okay? It can be a first and last name. It could be a pen name. It could be a nickname. It doesn't matter. Nickname. Get it? Yeah. All right. Yep. So go ahead and get someone on the chat to give you a name.
Anyone on the chat?
It has to be on the chat because I don't want anybody to think you and I have done it. I'm doing this so you know because I want to keep track of the bag. I don't want to lose the bag because I love it. So go ahead and give me
a name. I'm going to pick a name from the audience. How about that?
Okay, yeah. But please don't make it. Yeah, just go ahead.
I don't see anyone giving us any names yet. So
just go ahead and grab one of theirs.
What? Yeah. How about this name? I know this name very well.
Oh wait, how about
Jessica?
That name?
Yeah, Jessica.
Okay, spell it. I'm gonna put it on my pad.
You want the full name or just the first name?
It's the first name.
Jessica.
And what is the last initial?
D.
Okay. Okay, so it's J. I'm sorry. ESS. I'm gonna make sure I do this right. ICA.
Yep.
And then it's a D. Okay, next question is, I need someone out there, they're going to have to answer this one, a phone number. Make it up. Anybody out there. If anybody on the chat can make up the phone number.
Phone number, anything. It could be a 555 here.
Okay, just give me something.
Yep, they're coming. They're typing. Oh, here's one.
Okay, so can you read it off to me?
Yes. 413 555 4567.
Okay. I'm sorry. So just so I have it right, don't let it go. Keep it there. It's 413 555. And what is it?
4567.
4567. All right. Now, the last thing I want to ask you for is a destination. Someone out there give me a destination somewhere in the world. Don't make it really, really complicated because I don't want to write it down.
Anybody? Anyone have a destination?
Anybody have a destination?
You know what? Our buddy Tommy just said Milan.
Oh, how do you spell that?
Milan.
All right. So wait, I'm sorry. MALILAN. All right. So now what we're going to do is I've written down all of the three different things. I'm going to do you a favor. Actually, here's what we're going to do. This has been here the whole time here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bag and I'm going to put it right here. I'll put this in my, well, actually I can't do that. I'm going to take this and put it right here in my hat. And inside this information right here is what we wrote down. But right here in front of everybody the whole time, I may add, the whole time, is this luggage tag. Did you see it in front of me the whole time?
Yes.
I'm going to take it off there. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take this just like this. Inside here is, of course, if you've ever had a luggage bag, you know that inside the luggage bag, it keeps all your information. So here's the important thing you need to know. I probably need to keep these glasses because I have to read it. But it goes like this. I open this up. Inside there's a card and things are written on it. And I want you to see if I closely I can get this and we'll match it up. But you can see, actually it's upside down, that the name on there is Jessica D. Can you see that?
Yep.
And you see the number is 413-555. I think it says 4567. And then the destination is what?
Milan.
And there it is. That way I'll never lose my bag. And let me check it. I wrote down in there, and there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Honest Huckster. I hope you have a great time. And wow, I really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Really, again, I cannot tell you how much. Wait, is that Trent?
Yay!
You know, the thing is that, again, I will say to you that I've traveled around the world in my travels, working with Cirque du Soleil and in general doing my show and meeting just about everybody I can. The most entertaining and fulfilling thing in my life is when I go places and spend a day before my show and get to meet people like you guys that do things from the heart. And I really mean this is that, you know, we always talk about, you know, having a conversation with people. And one of the big things I say in our world that's missing is community. And the fact that we are, you know, especially at this time where I honestly can tell you that social media is the new weapon of mass destruction. And in a lot of cases, and, you know, we are all hooked on iPhonics and we got to have our phones and you get people talking to you and it might be deer in the headlights. But the good thing I can tell you, Nick and Trent, is that you guys are true. And the fact that you're doing this, I mean, you just called up and you go, hey, by the way, got our friend Tommy. Something happened. The thing you should be able to gauge in your life, guys, gals, everybody out there, is that if you make a phone call and before you even it finishes dialing, the people that you know and love go, what do you need? That right there is an awesome place to be in life. So I say to all of you, find a way to do this thing that we're missing right now, which is the art of conversation. And just tomorrow, find someone new. Of course, wear a mask. But if you can, find someone new that you can say hello to. Yes. Because I'm telling you, it will change your life. And that's what Buddy and Buddycast is all about.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, you are a one of a kind, my friend.
Oh, well, that's what my wife says.
I have two questions for you, Will.
Well, we have that in common, too, because your wife says that about me, too. No, wait. What?
That hurt.
Hey,
tell me the cards you're thinking of. Oh, damn, the cards disappeared. Sorry,
I hate it when that happens.
Watch.
Ooh.
It actually has cards.
Nice.
It was painted 1869, and it has painted cards on it.
How cool is that?
Yeah. Someday I'll actually do a trick with it, but it's real. Listen, it drives my wife nuts at night. I'm deaf because of the gun shooting, and she's like,
"Huh?
Can you turn off? Yeah. Can you turn off that damn?" Anyway,
no, it doesn't work that way, does it? Though, does it?
I'm like, stop that.
First off, you know I'm running that positivity campaign. Yeah. Message me afterwards because I want you back on the show to talk about that.
Yes.
And absolutely. The second question, speaking of shows, you have a show coming up too, don't you?
Thank you. Yeah. You know, and one of these days I'm going to get with you because I want to talk to you, Nick, about putting you as part of the family. But we created Zoomfield Follies, actually myself, Jonathan, and of course, Chris Faust. And I grab them along, and most likely I'll grab everybody else that I find that is passionate about something in particular, and that is vaudeville and doing what we're doing. Because you know what, we're all stuck in our homes. I mean, I've said this before, but this is my bedroom. And so, by the way, folks on the chat, if you did enjoy this, let me know because I'll need the proof to show my wife that I really am good in the bedroom. Sorry. But the bottom line is it's called ZoomfieldFollies.com. It is a show happening November 21st at 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, unless I got my time and my watch is not wound. But I'm wound. But in any case, I really recommend you check it out. The tickets are $15, but I will tell you this, that if you go ahead and we're going to make a buddy code for you. If they enter the buddy code, it will be then become a $15 ticket, but 5 of it are going to go to Buddycast. And so we can raise money for Tommy. And so
how nice.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
the thing is that we are doing this. Bottom line is that we do this because we love to do this. And I was having a pretty crappy day. Pardon me. Joking. But I was having a pretty funky day. But, coming on here and doing this with you guys, I really can't emphasize the fact that it really does help the soul.
Thank you. That's just what buddies are
Indeed,
about.
it does.
Helping others. And it helps you just as much, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You help someone else. Whenever
only-
you're having
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
whenever you're having that day where you're just like nothing is going right, nothing is being this way, Jonas told me a powerful story about this. There was a guy who actually was contemplating something very serious, if you know what I mean.
I do.
And then he went to a bank and he was literally like minutes away from something. And he was going to the bank to do something. And this lady, do I have the story right so far, Jonas? He was.
No, yeah, that I heard it. Yeah.
I'm going to bring him back up. You tell the story, man, because I don't want to mess up any details.
Yeah. So it's partially right. Yeah. So he was having a bad day, a bad week, a bad run of years. And he was literally at the end of his rope. Talk about being afraid not. He was at the end of the fray, not and barely hanging around. And he decided it would be best if he wasn't around. So what he did was he just had a few loose ends to tie up, and he found himself standing in line at this copy machine. He just had to make some copies of something, but the woman in front of him couldn't get the machine to work. So, when technology doesn't work, what do? We bang it, maybe we unplug it, we get frustrated, we get really upset. And it's so easy to pass that frustration on to other people. So what my friend did, even though he's at this dark place, he decided to just step in and help her out. After all, he thought to himself, I have an appointment to get to. And instead, he was able to get the machine to work, but instead of her passing that frustration onto my friend, instead of being angry, maybe yelling at him for not stepping in sooner, or just complaining about the machine not working, or just passing on that bad day to other people, which, let's be honest, he was ready to go. Instead, she looked at him with a smile and said, I'm so happy you're here. Simple words, kind words that cost nothing to give, but at the right moment for the right person, it could literally mean the difference between life and death. We don't know what other people are going through. So I'm so happy all of you are here tonight.
Yeah, Jonas, I want to say that message is awesome. And I want to elaborate on that just a second and say, when I said I traveled around the world, I used to do like 115 shows around the world. And I specifically went to different parts of the country and the world. And I specifically tried to find people to talk to. And this is something that I just truly want to say that in a funny sort of a blunt way that I used to tell people. They would come up to me and they go, why do you go up to people who are strangers and why do you talk to them? And I said, because everybody has a story. And the thing is that when you realize that there's a good potential that the people you're speaking to had a worse day and a worse life than you did. And you may think that you have and look, I got a pretty funky past, and I'm from south side of Chicago, lots of things I could tell you. But what I wound up getting when you talk to people is you start getting that we're all the same. We all want the same things. And the fact of the matter is that if you just do, this is the magic in it, because the guys would always ask me, what's the thing? What do I do? How do I get women to like me, or how my relationships? And I go, well, every once in a while you're with someone, shut up and listen. And as funny as that may seem, it's the truth, because if you listen to people, you'll find that you have a very common thread. And if not, you'll find out things about them, even your enemies, that will allow you to have a much richer personality, life, and relationships.
Yeah, 100%. Alrighty. Now, Will, where can we find more of you? Where can we find out,
Well, I'm out in the back alley, and I'll be out looking for trash because I need aluminum cans. But when I'm not doing that, go to zoomfieldfollies.com. And Jonas, by the way, we're going to get you on the show maybe in December if you're available. You know, what we're trying to do is step it up. And I don't mean that disrespectful to anybody, but, you know, I spent 38 years in this business, and I spent 30 years in theater, musical theater. And I love the vaudeville, as we all do. I can tell by our presentations. And I wanted to be able to find something that would really, truly go back to it, which is, you know, moving, cool acts, weird stuff, kind of neat stuff. And now with all of the COVID stuff, and because of my technical background, I just wanted to put together a virtual extravaganza and be able to have people see something with ins and outs and skins and wonderful looking things. And we're working on it, and we're getting it better and so much more. But it really is about getting the communities together, because when we're on these Zooms, you're sitting with your family members. And I hope you are. And this is not your babysitter for your kids, but you know what? It's a great time to be together. And I think we should turn this into lemonade, as Jonas has said.
Yes. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to kick Jonas off real quick, because I want to bring someone else on real quick.
Do what?
So, I want to bring someone else on real quick. Tommy.
Tommy.
Hey,
Yeah.
How you feeling, brother?
I'm doing better. I'm doing better. Thank you
I saw
so
your
much.
show. I saw your show. I want to say the other day, but they're all running together. But very
Yeah.
good. Very good.
Thank you.
I forgot the effect you did, but you know what? I have to tell you, and you know this, brother, but what we're all doing with you, you know, I know that's going to be so healing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty,
Well,
we'll be back, Tommy. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, for all our buddies out there, again, this was Will Roberts, the honest huckster himself.
And Will, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. And I know
Thank you,
Tommy
Trent.
does too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I appreciate that. The only thing I'm missing at this point, obviously, is I'm missing a purple suit. You and Jonathan. I'm really tired of coming on a show with you guys and not having my own damn purple coat. I feel like I'm doing
Hey,
a
I'm blue
show
coat.
with Prince.
I'm blue.
Is this a
I'm
Prince
blue.
tribute?
Yeah, it's getting there. Yeah.
I like,
Yeah.
wait, one thing I want to say, Jonathan, if you're watching, I love the fact that Jonathan had a box here that looked like he was going to move. And the other thing is he had an earbud in, like if he got a call in the middle of his show, he's going to be like, hey, hang tight. Yeah. Sell, bye. Sell, bye.
It's like
What
it's
the hell
serious.
is
Like,
that?
what's that?
Jonathan?
England, you got it. Gotta go, guys.
And by the way, I did try whatever that food he was talking about, wherever he's
Oh,
from.
Filipino. Yeah.
And it is awesome. However, right now I've got pipe cleaners in all my arteries, but you know, trying to clean them out. But it is awesome. And Chris and I
Yes.
and him. And
Yes.
anyway, check it out. Zoom Field
Yes,
Follies.
sir. Alrighty, stick around, because we got a surprise for someone at the end of the show.
That's right.
I don't have
That's
to script,
right.
do I?
What?
Get out of here.
Not as far as you know.
Yeah.
Not as
Yeah.
far as I'd let you.
Yes, exactly. We'll catch you next
Thanks,
time.
Will.
Wow.
Oh, he's something else, man.
Yes. You know, we are how many? We are 4 for 4. Is that how many guys we've had so
Oh
far?
yeah.
And
I think 5 for 4 at this point.
Yeah.
We're just they're knocking them dead so much that
Oh, no,
it's
that's the home
beyond
run.
the amount of performers that we have.
Yes. And you know what? We're not done yet. We still have
I know.
2 amazing guys yet. Not 1, 2 amazing guys
That's
left.
right.
And I think you
That's
should
right.
introduce this next guy. If you would
I'd
like
love to introduce this next guy, because I have known this gentleman for at least 3 years now, which, you know, is about half my life, Nick. But he's a wonderful juggler. He's a wonderful musician. He's a wonderful magician. He's a writer. He's just a nice guy. And you'll never know anyone other than Dr. Ross who knows more about classic film than this gentleman. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present my buddy and Nick's buddy, Ed Underwood.
Hey,
Hi, gentlemen.
Hey, buddy,
good-
how you doing?
I am doing fantastic. So glad to be on tonight's Buddyaid, helping out Tommy Bernett with everybody, making contributions there to help him out. That is so great. And it's good to see the whole gang, Jonathan and Trent and Nick and and Chris and Will and everybody. Good to see all you guys. Again, audience, stay with us here. We got a little bit more to come. Going to entertain you, and we hope you'll participate, not just with the show, but with supporting what buddies do. And that's to be there with each other, for each other, and help Tommy Bernett out here. Give a little donation his way. You'll be glad you did.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Buddies helping buddies. There's the link once again. So please, every little bit helps.
That's a fact.
Alrighty, Ed, what have you got for us today?
Well, gentlemen, the reality of the matter is we are all here as friends. And we have very different backgrounds, but we've joined together. We have a unity in our cause here, and that is to be somebody's buddy, to be somebody's friend, in this particular case, to help them. And that's the reality. And, you know, that word reality is kind of tossed around today in a weird way. And I think we want to go back and look at that and think about what it actually means. For instance, I don't know if you've seen them or not, but there are these things on Facebook. There are these weird audio things. Like one of them says, you play it, and if you read the word, it says Yanni. And if you listen a different way, it says Laurel. You seen that thing? It's crazy. And you don't know why it works or how it works, but then you start to be able to hear both words out of the same sound. That's pretty nuts. Then there's a new one going around. And they point this way, and you read the word, and it says green needle. And then you look over here, and it says brainstorm. Same audio plays. You look at a different word, you hear it a different way. And so it looks like our perception, our realities at the moment seem to be somewhat flexible. And that is really pretty fascinating as far as what it means to us and knowing what we're doing in this life and what we're doing with ourselves and with everyone else on this planet. So tonight I want to examine the issue of reality. And I don't think there's any better way to look at reality than using magic. Yes? So we have some simple things here. We'll have a little fun and talk about what we think, why we think it, and how we think it. All right? So I have my wonderful wand here. I have a little play ball I got from the dollar store, a little kid's play ball here. I got a couple of those. Yeah? This one right here. Now, this is kind of weird. This is actually a contestant in this year's Miss Universe pageant. And she's going to win. You know her real well after this year. In 2020, this contestant right here will win the Miss Universe pageant, hands down. Here she is. Whoops. Yeah, Misinformation. You know her. There she is. She is going to be the 2020 Miss Universe. That's a fact. Misinformation right there. And I suggest you watch this year because I hear they're competing in the nude.
Ooh.
So keep watching there. So here's the thing. We're talking about all this reality, and you think about the great philosophers, Socrates and Plato. You may have recently heard that great philosopher, Rudyard Giuliani, and who was speaking at the steps of the Acropolis shopping mall in Newark, New Jersey. It was amazing. And he said, and I quote, "Truth isn't true." Is everything flexible? Well, I don't know. Let's do a little experiment, shall we? We're going to take the red ball. Oh, first, I'll tell you, I need to show you this. This is my favorite cup in the entire world. Yeah, it's a beautiful cup. If I'm going to have a drink, I want this cup because it is absolutely amazing. It came from a magic thing from Jeff McBride's Magic Tool. Magic and Meaning is a conference that I participate in. So I have my favorite cup here. What we're going to do first is take the green ball and put it up underneath the cup, just like this. Yeah. Cover it up nice and easy right there. Then we're going to take the red ball and I'm going to put it in my hand. Okay. Nothing there. Just put it in my hand. Watch, nice and simple, nice and easy. Ball goes in the hand. Now we're going to introduce something that'll make everything more interesting for you to follow on this issue of perception. Right in front of me is a little piece of paper, and it says red ball, but the word red is written in green. That creates cognitive dissonance, and your brain has to make a decision between what it's seen and what it reads. That means some of you may have a really weird perceptual experience of believing You now see a green ball in my hand. That's pretty weird. Now, where does the red ball go? Of course, it goes under the cup right there. Yeah. Now, I'm going to put the red ball away for now because it can get too confusing. And we're going to try this experiment again with the green ball. Right there, push it straight into my hand, nothing else, just push it right in there. But we turn the paper around, it now says green ball, but the writing is red. Cognitive dissonance. Your brain has to fill in a blank and make a decision. Do I believe what I see, or what I'm reading, or what the words mean and the letters mean, or what I thought? Some of you will have a very strange perceptual experience here of believing the ball is now back to a red ball. It's pretty strange, isn't it? Yeah, we're going to try something really crazy now. I'm going to turn this sideways, and we're going to push this in like that. There we go. And if you watch very closely now, you can look and see part of the letters from either side of this. So you don't know what to think. You could put together any fantasy you want. That creates cognitive dissonance. And some of you are about to have one of the most bizarre perceptual experiences you've ever had. Watch very closely. You will see, there it is, the little polka dot ball. I'll hold it up here real close. It's polka dot. Now, I realize not everyone can see it like that. Some of you are perceiving it as checkerboard, and that's okay. And not everyone can see it at all. It's pretty crazy. In fact, those of you that can see it are probably more likely to see certain other things too, like unicorns and voter fraud. Now, if we close our eyes for just a second, open them again, your brain will literally reset back to a previously established reality. That's pretty interesting. Now, what I'm going to do, one last little experiment here. I'm going to take the red ball and the green ball, put them both right down in my fist like this, and we'll make one crazy change here. Now, there we go. This piece of paper now has the word ball on it. It's red, which is correct, but the shape has changed from a ball to a square. And so, cognitive dissonance. Some of you are about to have another very strange perceptual experience because you'll believe you see a square. Yeah, like that. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Now, the moral of our little story here is that our perception does shift, and we drink from a cup of reality that we create. Yeah, you could say there's nothing in it, but the truth is our cup of reality is filled by almost everyone we meet and everything we encounter. Why, there's that magazine article you read the other day. There's that fellow you talked to in the checkout line at the grocery store. Why, there's even that Buddycast web thing you watched. It's in there too. So while you may think you're creating your own cup of reality, the truth is others have had a hand in that. And that's a good thing, because you know what? One of the dangers we face now in our pandemic world, and we've seen it on a broad scale recently, is getting so isolated that we're separated by our phones and our fixed responses to just certain people. We lose the input of other thoughts. You know, we get to decide what we like or don't like. We get to decide things we agree or disagree with. But we don't get to decide whether water is wet or poison is bad for you. These things were said a long time ago. And as we drift away in isolation, it's important to pull ourselves back and be grounded. And one of the ways you do that is by staying connected to other people, maybe even other people who are not just like you. Yeah, I know. For instance, you could reach in your cup of reality, and there's that guy you went to school with, but you haven't talked to for years. Yeah. There's that other guy next door to you. You know, he doesn't look like you. He doesn't dress like you. He doesn't talk like you. But you may want to make contact with him. You may want to actually make a buddy out of him, right? And add all of these things to your cup of reality. Oh, there's all kinds of people you see and meet on a daily basis, and we should be getting the benefit of their different input to help us all stay grounded. Each one of these people is in your life for a reason. Each one of these people can be a special contribution to your awareness. each one of these people has a role to play in your reality that you drink from. So be open to those folks. There may be people who've done something nice for you. There may be people you're doing something nice for, like contributing to Tommy Bernett tonight. That's right. There may be people in your world who share your spiritual values, but do not share your spiritual tradition. All of these people make up what makes up you. You know, there's a famous quote that says, we are all one, and only fear, beliefs, and ego separate us. So all of these people go into making the individual who and what they are. So in other words, it's good to have a lot of buddies. I'm Ed Underwood, and I approve this message. Thank you, gentlemen.
Oh, nicely done, Ed. Nicely done.
Yeah.
And what a great message.
Yes, it is truly great to have a lot of buddies. You know, you nailed it on the head.
We try. Yes.
So, yes. You know what? I'm going to bring on our buddy again. Bring on our.
Oh, no. Hey, Tommy.
Hey, Ed.
Hey, man. Good to see you. Where's Benji? Get him on here, man. Amazing Benjamin. We paid to see the dog. Come on.
There he is.
Oh, there.
How's he feeling?
Hey, Ben.
He's tired now, but he's doing better.
You tell him Tigger says hi, okay?
I will. He's talking to you, buddy. Yeah. That was great. Thank you so much.
Yes.
You are most welcome, sir. Blessings upon you.
Thank you.
Yes. Most definitely, Tommy. We are here for you. We are here for that dog. Like we said, we are all your buddies. This is the amount of calls on Ed's desk right now. That's how many people. That's how many people care for you, man. Even more. Multiply that. Do whatever, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Tell my buddies out there, please.
You all mean so much to me.
Yes. You
It
mean
really means a lot.
No,
You mean
right
Jeff-
back at you, my friend.
Yes. Remember, my buddies, here's the link. Don't forget to donate, please. Help our buddy out, please. Every little bit helps. I can't stress that enough. I would ingrain that into my screen. Every little bit helps. So please, if you're out there, just please. It doesn't have to be about, like I said, it doesn't have to be like $5 million. If it is $5 million, by all means, Tommy will write you a person.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think at the $5 million level, they get a tote bag too, as I understand. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes. And a DVD of the show.
Yeah. Yes. By all means. But all right, Tommy, we'll catch you. We'll be right back with you. We got a big discussion.
Okay.
But thank you so much, Ed, for being on the show. Thank you.
Yeah,
for
that was terrific, Ed. That was great.
Powerful. And now, Ed, I think we've got someone else in studio too, don't we?
We do. Coming up behind me, another member of the Sonic Cinema Experience. I'm going to take this away and allow him to take the stage. Please give a warm welcome to the wizard. Yes, the god and godfather of mentalism, the man we know as Kenton Knepper.
Yes.
Hello, buddies. Let me put on my white
brother K. How are you?
Good to see you. Wow.
Good
Well,
to see you.
we love you, Tommy. Tommy Bernett is a dear friend and a student of mine. And thank you all for chipping in and helping Tommy get through this difficult time. You know, things can happen to any of us. And Tommy was simply walking his dog in New York and got hit. You know, nothing he did wrong, nothing he could do about it. He's in the hospital, and thank God he and his dog both have survived, but they are very much in need of help, and his buddies came together to give him help. So we're so grateful everybody has made it through, but definitely they need the help and the financial support. So thank you, everyone, for being a real buddy and helping Tommy and his wonderful little guy get through this too.
Absolutely.
So, we're at that point. We were joking around about card tricks. I'm a mentalist, of course. I never use cards, but for those, sometimes whether it's magic really isn't about whatever prop we use. That's never about that, right? Cards or a wand or a ball, or it's not about that. What matters is what's in our hearts and what's going on inside of our inner worlds. And our inner worlds are what create our outer worlds a lot. So because Will made a joke about card tricks, I'm going to do one.
Okay.
But I wasn't planning on it, but why not? But this isn't really about cards. It's really about all of us. So we're going to try this since this is spur of the moment. Nick, you have no idea what we're about to do or anything else. But this is what I'd like you to do, Nick. If you would just, we'll go through cards through the deck, and wherever you'd like, when you see a card you like, say that one or now or.
Okay.
Right there.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay.
Right there. That
right
one.
Here?
Yeah.
This one. Okay. Don't forget it. That's important. This is going to represent you now. All right. So this will represent you. That's important. Good. And now the rest of the deck is, well, life. We go through life, and sometimes we kind of get buried in everything going on. So we'll stick you into life there. Very good. All right. Very good. Now, listen, here's the problem with life. We think we know what's going on. We kind of get lost in the shuffle. And after a while, we start seeing other people and we say, well, they seem happy. They seem okay. But why don't I feel as good as them? And, what's wrong with me? Maybe I'm not as good as they are. And then we start seeing things all wrong, like, some going this way and some going the other way. And pretty soon, we start getting very confused. We confuse ourselves, and we start having a shuffled view of life where we see things going backwards and forwards and up and down, and no wonder we're confused, because now we're looking only at differences. All we're looking for is trying to find ourselves, but really all we keep doing is saying, but I'm not sure. I can't tell where I am. I don't know who's right, who's left, who's wrong. There's no way of telling what a mess this world is. Maybe I need to get out of the world. The world is horrible. It's crooked. It's all wrong. But what's wrong is our perception. What's wrong is that we're seeing all the differences instead of celebrating differences, instead of looking at everything and saying, you know what? Yeah, things are different, but I like my friend who's a little different. And I may not agree with everybody who's different than me, but it makes up the world. And if I start looking for places and things that are similar to me, I think I can find some similarities. Maybe I don't agree with everything those people do or whatever, but at least I can start to see certain similarities, right? That we all share, certain kinds of similarities. Well, then maybe my perception of the world will be a little different. And maybe things will straighten out. And maybe if I look for similarities, I will find myself in the midst of everyone everywhere. And I will come out face intact, right side up, knowing that we all share a unity together. So let's look for where we have similarities in the world. Right now, there's a lot of discussion around the world about, well, there's this on the right and there's this on the left. And, there's this thing, which I don't like at all. And there's this thing, which is really everything to me. And you better not threaten it. And we have this big right, left, here, there, all going on. And it's making us crazy. But we're forgetting these two sides have a big connection. We're ignoring the big connection between all life when we're only looking at this hand or that hand. So I'm going to suggest an experiment that we all do together. You ready? It's a little bit of mentalism. What I'd like you to do is think about somebody you love, or think about something that you really hope happens that's a positive thing. Good. Now think about why you can't quite reach out to that person you love right now, or what's keeping you from that wonderful thing you want. Got it? So you have somebody you love or something wonderful you want to achieve or feel or realize, and something that seems to be blocking it. You can't quite figure it out right now. Good. Now, place your hands out so they're facing each other. And just think to yourself, you know what? These things are separate, but somewhere within me, go ahead, yes, keep your hands out there, seriously. Yeah, there you go. Think somewhere within me, there's a place where we're all united. We don't have to agree entirely with each other, but we're a part of life. We all share this one life. And I can look and see that even if I didn't know, like some of my neighbors had different political views than me, I love them. And if I didn't know that somebody thought one belief or another belief, well, other than that, I really love them too. And the more we think about what might be holding us back, the more we feel like a magnet pulling our pieces apart. You can feel it, but focus on unity. Focus on what we have in common. If you're doing this with me now, you will feel that energy. You'll actually feel the energy of your two sides coming together to work together. The loved one you're thinking about is feeling a little more connected to you and you to them. The great idea or the goal or the belief that you want to have and achieve and see in the world is getting closer and closer to its actual realization. The truth is, we have a place deep within us that knows how to bring things together, how to love, how to be a blessing to each other, how to recognize differences, but become united together in life because we share this life. And as we do that, you will find that the world is a touching place. You will find, even in our distances, that we slowly feel things weaving back together. This is the wonder of what you are. Now, people can use that magic within you to separate you and make you at odds with your neighbor. There's shadows on the wall that try to scare you. Or you can pause and say, yeah, there are differences in the world, but you know what? We're in this together. And that's why we're here at Buddycast, to remind you to come back together. No matter what your beliefs, no matter what your positions, look for the unity. Because I'll tell you, as a master of influence, one of the biggest tricks to manipulate you is to create division. Don't stand for it. Look for unity. Come together. You don't have to believe what your brother or sister believes. You do need to love. Thank you very much for being here for Tommy. I hope you felt your own hands coming together and notice that. And if you didn't do this at home, go do it later. I won't tell anybody.
Yes. I hope the person I was thinking of felt it, because I honestly, when I was thinking of this person, my hands just naturally just went, so, and I hope that one day our hands will too, between this person that I was thinking of. I hope our hands will be back together soon. So
the more we do things like that, the more we bring the world back together. We can heal the world. We have the power. We just have to choose to use it.
Yes. Now there's two things, Ken. Number one, I want to bring your student back on to say a few words to you.
Yes.
You know him very well.
My friend.
He was, what do you have to say to your teacher, Tommy?
I only have 2 words. Thank you. Thank you for everything.
My great honor, and look how loved you are.
Yes.
The world is coming together to help you. I don't know what your lessons are for having had this experience, but I hope one of the things you've learned is that even in the darkest times, you are loved.
Yes. 100%. 100%.
That has come up more than anything else. I've had people I haven't spoken to in years come out of nowhere and help me out, and people who I've known for years who are by my side, and it means so much to me. So once again, thank you all for everything. It means so much to be, not only to be a buddy, but to know that people. Okay, so Nick, you say this all the time, and I will reiterate what you say. To be a buddy is not just to say, "Hi, I'm your pal." To be a buddy is to go beyond friendship and to be there when people need you. And I just want to say thank you. I'm sorry, I can't find mine. I got mine in the mail when I was in the hospital, and I have a whole pile of stuff over there that I have to go through.
Yes.
But it is here.
Yes. When you
Tommy, hold your arm up. Hold your arm up like this. Hold your arm up. Okay, listen really carefully.
Okay.
Feel that around your wrist. Feel it. Really feel it. Now feel your elbow starting to lift up. Feel your elbow lifting up. Feel everything raising. You feel your arm raising up and up. It's higher and higher. It's going up and up. And you realize all my thoughts are getting lifted to a higher and higher plane. All of what I am is now raised to a higher level. And my invisible buddy band is always there in my heart, in my mind, and on my wrist. And on the count of 3, your arm will drop and you will be at a new elated state. 1, 2, and 3. There you go.
Wow, I felt that.
Perfect.
Now
that's why he's the master and I'm good.
Yes. Now I'm gonna steal your limelight here for a second, Tommy. Yeah. Just because there's something else I wanted to say. Where's Ed? Where's Ed?
Coming
on the screen.
Yeah, Ed needs to be here too.
Yes. Kenton, don't you go anywhere. Stay on the screen.
No, stay.
Right here.
Stay.
There we go.
Stay.
Oh, wow.
You know what? Someone had a birthday recently, didn't he?
One of our buddies, yes.
Yep. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
And a 2. And a
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
Kenton.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. I'm sending love and the biggest blessings to all of you with this. There you are. Thank you all so much. What a wonderful surprise. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much for everything.
Nick, I think we need to thank all of our buddies for joining up tonight. And, helping out our buddy Tommy.
Yes. Tommy, I want to give you the stage for a minute. Is there anything you would like to say to everyone out there? Just anyone that's on our show right now to anyone that's donated to you to anything. Just
Well, first of all, I want to thank all the performers, all my friends who came on today. It means so much to me that that you care about me that much. I want to thank everyone who has already donated. So far, it's a lot more money than I ever expected so far, and whatever is donated from today is I will be extremely grateful for. Between last week and today, last week I wasn't conscious most of the time, and this week I've been conscious most of the time. So there's a big difference. And I'm very blessed that it wasn't any worse than what it was, and it feels like my recovery is progressing nicely. And once again, thank you all for your thoughts and prayers and what donations you want to make. It's all very appreciated.
Yes. Thank you, Tommy, for everything that you've done for everyone around us. And you know what, Tommy? We've raised $80 for you tonight, but I want you to know that Buddycast is going to match that $80. So far, we have raised $150 for you.
Wow. Thank you.
Please know, $150 coming your way, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, we're going to match that. We're going to match that. That's my chance to anyone on this show. Please, feel free. Let's give our buddy some help. But just know that you are going to be matched at. We've raised $80. Buddycast is going to give you $80. Just know that we've all been praying for you. Ever since everyone on this stream heard the news, they've been here for you, man. Every single one of these people that we asked, the minute they heard the news, it was a no-brainer. We could have easily done something like, hey, let's go to the soup kitchen and donate to them. Or we could have done another, what about like something to prepare for kids and Christmas, which we might do next month or something. But the minute we heard this news, bam, it was unanimous. Unanimous, 100 out of 10. Just we want this to go to him to help him get back on his feet, to help his dog. Please know that if you ever need anything, please turn to Buddycast, because we will always be your buddy.
Thank you.
I also want to keep donating, so please keep donating. Let's get this going for Tommy. Please keep donating. That's what this is all about, So
absolutely.
Help a brother out in need. Help his puppy as well. They
yes. And I want to give one more shout out. I want to give a shout out to my co-host, Trent Rentsch. First time co-host with me. Did a fantastic job. Worked through all the technical issues and was with everything I asked him. He was in tears, Tommy, when I asked him to do this with me. I couldn't have picked someone better, I couldn't have picked.
Thank you.
Thank
you very much.
Here we are. So thank you so much for everything. All you guys, stick around afterwards. We'll do a little hangout afterwards. But to all my buddies out there, once again, please donate, help our buddy in need. Because that's what buddies do. Buddies are charitable. Buddies help there when there's a time of need. Buddies are there. When someone texts you at 2 a.m., which happened to me this morning, asking you for a favor, asking you a question, buddies are the one who are picking up the phone and going, hey, what do you need? And I'm proving that because someone texted me at 2 a.m. this morning for the show, and I woke up and answered. So thank you. You hear that all the time. You hear that fake lies all the time. It's 3 a.m. Who's going to be answering the phone for you? That's a buddy. So all my buddies out there, These are all of my great buddies. Kenton Knepper, Ed Underwood, my co-host Trent Rentsch, my buddy Jonas Cain, my great buddy Jonathan Molo, and our fantastic buddy Tommy Bernett. Thank you all for joining us here on Buddycast. I'm going to end on my favorite song. So we'll catch you later. But buddies, stick around. We'll catch you next time here on Buddycast and Buddyaid.
Well, the days are going fast, buddy, we've got to make them last, buddy, before they've all gone past, buddy, tune in to Buddycast. Don't be nutty to make it, buddy, here on Buddycast.